Alright, bit of a different recap as you read in the email. I think it'd be really good if you practiced along with these things here. So I'm going to give a bit of an overview on some things. So you can change the tempo on how this thing plays back. Now, when you change tempo on this thing, you have to make sure that the cursor is at the very beginning. Because let's say you have it here, and then you go to change the tempo by coming up here to the top. And when you change the tempo, it'll change it where you have the cursor at. So make sure that when you change the tempo, you're at the very beginning. So you can do it by clicking over here. You can come up to the top here and click that arrow. And just make sure that it's at the very beginning. So you can hit that, open it up, type in your new tempo, hit enter, and then what happens is, I'll just hit space bar, and then you got your metronome counting off. Then you got the MIDI guitar playing along. So doing that is really good to make sure that everything is spaced correctly. Nothing wrong with practicing in this way. So you run through it, and then you come back. Well, it'll come to the start after it's done playing, and then you come back up to the top, enter your next tempo, and then you go. And then having those few extra seconds in between while you enter the new tempo could actually be beneficial. You'll fatigue more slowly. So you can change the view to make sure that you see everything. So you come up here, kind of in the top left, you can pick some preset views. You want to zoom in, zoom out, or like right underneath that, you got this thing. You can slide left to right and adjust the size. It'll probably need to be changed depending on the size of your monitor. Other things to look at, like a lot of times I'll have this middle icon deselected. See at the bottom there? So if for some reason the thing at the bottom is not there and you need to see it, just click on that. So I'll turn everything off here. So this brings up the panel to where you see note values and some various technique things that you can put in here. But we're not going to get in depth with that right now. But the right panel brings up a track information, so song information stuff there. Here is where you can change guitar sounds and whatnot. I'm not going to get into detail there, but just want you to be aware that that is what that panel does. And then the bottom panel is you can mute the guitar or unmute it. Like if you have multiple tracks, they'll all be shown down here. But the main thing to take from this is changing the tempo, making sure that you're at the beginning of the piece of music. So this way the tempo changes at the correct spot. And you want both of these icons turned on. So if they're off, you're not going to have a count in and you're not going to have a metronome. It'll just start playing. So make sure that both the count in is on and the metronome is on. If you click on these dots to the right of the metronome, you can change how loud the metronome is. You can even change how many bars of a count in you have. So let's say you're playing something really fast and you don't want to have to hit the space bar and grab and get back to the guitar real quick. So you can increase it. So you can have like a 2-bar count. And then when you go back to playing slow, just put it back down to the 1 bar. So yeah, give the free trial a shot. I think it's a very, very useful tool. It's still metronome practice, but you just have the perfect computer guitar to follow. And doing that can really, really help you improve all the note spacings and whatnot and hear things a lot better. So if you have any questions with using the program, let me know, and I'll see you again next week.